Hello and welcome back to Culinary Haven. Today we're making sweethearts. This is a recipe inspired by Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cuisines that use a lot of butter and nuts and honey in their pastries, and that's what we're doing today. Let's begin. To make our sweethearts, we'll need for the pastry 200 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of corn flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla sugar. Here it's definitely vanilla sugar, not vanilla extract. 100 grams of melted butter, unsalted, 50 ml of water, a pinch of salt, and a small egg. And when I say a small egg, I mean the egg of this size. And just to show you the difference, I'm going to show you a large egg. So that's the difference between a small egg and a large egg. It's a big difference in making the dough. For the filling, we'll need 180 grams of nuts. I'm using a mixture of pecans and walnuts, equal portions, 180 grams in total. 100 grams of soft light brown sugar, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and a heaped tablespoon of caramel. And for the glaze, we'll need 50 grams of honey. And we'll start with preparing the dough. Into a large bowl, we're going to sift together the plain flour, the corn flour or starch as it's also called, a teaspoon of vanilla sugar, a pinch of salt, and that's all the dry ingredients, and we're just gonna sift it all together. First I'm going to combine the two together, the egg and the 50 ml of water, just for my convenience, and whisk it together lightly, nothing special, doesn't matter how. That will do. We're going to pour the melted butter and the water and the egg into the bowl. Mix it all together. At this point, I'm going to just do it by hand. Some types of dough are very hard to work with, like they get too sticky or too soft or too stiff. This dough is incredibly nice to work with. It's just, when you try it, you will see what I mean. So now all the dry ingredients are not dry anymore, and we will transfer the dough onto the worktop. I'm not going to flour the surface. I don't have to. It's not sticky at all. It doesn't stick to your hands. It doesn't stick to the worktop. We're just going to gently mix it all together a little bit more, and that's it. This is one of the most pleasant types of dough to work with. Anyone, and I mean even a person who never baked before, can do this amazing pastry. I so hope that enough of you will try it, and maybe one of you will even let me know how it turns out. Right, so that's it. I don't need to do anything else. The dough is ready, and now I'm just going to put it back into the bowl and cover it loosely with cling film and let it rest a little bit until we prepare the filling and preheat the oven. As the dough is resting, we are going to not waste any time and prepare the filling. And we'll start with grinding the nuts. Let's see, I think 5 more seconds, and we don't want it to be ground to dust. Some texture we need, so 5 more seconds. And now to the ground nuts we're going to add the sugar, 100 grams of soft light brown sugar, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, fork it together, mixing it slowly. And finally we're going to add a heaped tablespoon of caramel and mix it all together again. It looks like a very dry mixture at the moment, doesn't it? But believe it or not, we're not going to add anything else and it will not be dry. It will be perfectly sticky and just the way we want it to be. I'm doing it by hand, as you can see, squeezing all the ingredients together, creating a paste. We're making 10 sweethearts, so we need to divide this mixture into 10 equal pieces. So I'm going to shape it first into a ball and carry on until we have 10 equal pieces of filling. So this amount of dough is approximately, should be 450 grams, and we need to divide it into 10 equal pieces, 45 grams each. Let's do that. So 10 pieces we have now, and roll them into little balls and just set them in the row like little dogs. And now everything is prepared and we're going to shape our little sweethearts. All you need now is a rolling pin. As you can see, I don't have any flour around me. We don't need any more flour. That's how amazing this dough really is. So you take one piece of dough, flatten it, and roll it out into a round about 15 centimeters or thereabouts. Now we're going to take one of these balls and flatten and stretch it so it can be placed from side to side on the bottom of the round of dough, and then gently lift it and roll it up like so. Gently pinch the ends of the pastry, and now with your fingers on it, gently roll it into a longer log before we shape it into a heart. So see where we were and where we are now. And now we're going to connect the ends of the pastry like so, and shape it into a little heart. I want to also say that when the dough is sitting here and whilst it's waiting its turn, I suggest you put a towel, or like I do, a piece of cling film on top of it to prevent it from drying. We're not brushing it with anything, we're just going to put it as it is into the preheated to 180 degrees Celsius oven for 30 minutes. Here they are, all ready. They smell amazing, and they will smell even better after we glaze them with warm honey. So that's what we're going to do right now. Whilst they are super hot, you can even probably hear them sizzling. Gorgeous, aren't they? Very pale golden color, but that's what we wanted. So this is a good opportunity if you have any honey that went a little bit too hard and sort of crystallized, this is a good way to use it up. Just put it in a microwave for no more than 20 seconds and it will become all runny again. So that's them all plated out, looking absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. And I'm going to cut one and show you what it looks like inside. You can see, I think, even before you see inside, you can see how incredibly flaky and crumbly this is. And it's crispy, it's flaky with this amazing filling inside. They're just honestly to die for. I really hope that you will try and make these little sweethearts. You won't regret it. And if you do make it, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven, and until next time,